A very warm welcome to this Compendium taster video. My name's Claire Agata and I'm the founder of Scopism. In the 2025 SIAM Body of Knowledge refresh, we added Compendiums, which are new, short publications that look at emerging topics in the SIAM space and allow us to look at how they might affect SIAM adoption around the world. In this video, you will hear from some of the contributors to the compendium, a little bit more about the details. After you've watched the video, you can then download the compendium in the community, and in each document, you'll find a feedback link. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please do use the link and complete the short survey. Enjoy the video.
Hello, I'm Karen Ferris, and I was very honoured to be the lead author for the Organisational Change Management Compendium supporting the SIAM Body of Knowledge. OCM, Organisational Change Management, is about the people side of change. And whether you're changing process or technology or roles, it's all going to involve people. And it's a cliche, but you need to take people on that journey with you. They have to understand why the change is taking place, what it's going to mean for them. And it's OCM's accountability, if you like, to make sure that everybody is ready for the change when it actually happens and the change is successfully embedded. So I'd like to introduce my team, the authors, and I'll go to Fabio first. Great to see you, Fabio. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you, Karen. My name is Fabio Plos. I'm working from Kinetic IT. I'm a process manager, and I'm pretty new to SIAM. I'm only 3 years in the role, and I'm really excited to be involved in this project. And yes, I believe I just joined because basically there was the need of someone, and I say, why not? And so far it's been an amazing experience. I learned a lot.
Thank you. And I'll go to Deepti. Great to see you too, Deepti. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Deepti. I am a SIAM architect with Cognizant Technology Solutions. What excites me about SIAM is the capability to change the whole story of a multi-sourced environment. It's like solving those intricate mechanical puzzles where the components fit well together and they form a beautiful, mesmerizing motion, self-propelled, well-orchestrated, and people form a big part of this puzzle. And that's where I was really excited to work as one of the authors for this OCM Compendium.
Thank you. So let's look at why organizational change management is so important to SIAM, to service integration and management, and why we all got together to write a compendium about the subject. As I've mentioned before, if any change touches people, you need organizational change management, and that's all change. What doesn't touch people? And with SIAM, you're changing potentially processes, you're introducing roles, changing roles, you're introducing new technology, you're probably getting more different relationships, different suppliers and vendors, and all sorts of things changing. It's a very big change for many organizations, lots of different moving parts. And the key to the success is people. People understanding why it's changing and buying into the change, using new technology, following new processes. And we have to make sure that, as I've just said, people understand the change. Why? Why are we doing this? And I often see people or hear people in organizations talking about what's going to change and just saying, we're going to adopt this SIAM model. And it's like, yeah, but why? Why are we doing it? And it might be that, we want to improve our customer service. We want to improve how we deliver to our clients. And I go, okay, I've got that. And then we can talk about how we intend to do it. So it's key that people understand what's going to change and how it's going to impact them. Fabio, why do you think OCM is important to SIAM?
Well, why I'm new to SIAM, relatively new to SIAM. I actually have a lot of experience in IT, more than 20 years of experience, and I noticed that the work environment have changed enormously in the last years, especially from what I learned is the SIAM perspective. And the need for this convention, I believe, is to provide an entirely new, fresh approach to experienced professional like me, for example, and also a starting point for newcomer again like me.
And Deepti, why is it important to you?
Um, SIAM is a transformation that disrupts the entire operating model. As you said, it's not just a process or a technology transformation. It also leads to a shift in people's roles and the expectations that they have, not just from the organization, but also what the organization expects from people. And it calls for a more service or a value-oriented mindset, as we deliver those services. SIAM sort of hits at the underlying DNA and subculture of different organizations that form a part of the entire ecosystem. And as you and I want to echo what you said, most of the times the resistance to change comes from limited awareness of knowledge of why this change is happening. This is where OCM has a key role to play, to ensure that the SIAM implementation gets the required level of support and participation from all the people involved and the people impacted. And during my SIAM implementation projects, what I've also seen is that there is a risk of initiative fizzling out post implementation. So this is where we need an ongoing reinforcement of these new ways of working and new behaviors. So SIAM and OCM are in it together for a long haul.
Absolutely, and that's a great point. That's a great point. Is that this is not a few weeks of change. This is going to be, possibly years of change. So it's not just announcing it and then expecting everybody to go, "Oh, great, let's get on," let's go on board. It's about constant communication and engagement throughout the transformation process. So that's very important. Absolutely. So as the lead author, I guess the book sort of stopped with me in getting this across the line. But yeah, you were a great team to work with. I'll say that straight away. But I'll throw it to you, Deepti. How did you find the process that we followed to get the compendium together?
Oh, I would say very exciting and enlightening. And the good thing was that we had a blank canvas, this being a new addition to the SIAM BOK, a new compendium. We did not have like a backlog of what was already there. We were able to make a fresh start. So, with our diverse experience of how we've done SIAM implementations, or what are the challenges that we face, we were able to bring those experiences and the lessons learned that helped us to sort of shape up this whole compendium. And of course, we had you to guide us through the whole process. So yeah, that was good learning, I would say, for us.
Yeah, that's a great point too. I think it was a learning curve for all of us because I probably have the least time experience of all of you. So I have an IT background and an organizational change management background, but I could not say I've actually done a SIAM implementation. I've been part of one, but not, but only from an OCM perspective. Thank you, Deepti. So Fabio, how did you find the process?
But following your comment, at the beginning I was totally scared because I said, "Oh my God, what I put myself into." But then actually, yeah, maybe you don't have much experience on SIAM, as you said, and I actually found it was very easy not only to collaborate with you, but with everybody else in the team. I was the one with the least experience, but I found that it was very easy to communicate ideas. To also, it was very easy to understand what it was asked for me and how to deliver it, even if I have no experience in writing, for example. So yeah, it was very good learning experience.
That's really good to know. I'm pleased about that. And we wanted to look at I wanted to look at what you thought the key messages, if there was, 2, 3 key messages out of the compendium that sort of resonated with you. For me, it was just that OCM is critical for SIAM success, which we said. And I think one of the key messages for me is also that we do change with people, not to people. that's as Deepti said, that's when you get the resistance. Don't do change to me, do it with me, and then you'll have my cooperation. And engage very early, engage right at the beginning. And one of the discussions I had with the architects was that OCM has to start when you're doing the discovery. You can't have people going around an organization doing assessments and looking at tools and skills and suppliers and vendors and structures without telling people what's going on. Because all that happen is people will start, the rumor mill will start, people will be making up things, we're losing our jobs, or they're, outsourcing us or whatever, none of which would be true. But you have to have that conversation. And I think that was a key message I wanted to get across in supporting the body of knowledge as well. Deepti, what jumped out as you as the main key messages?
Again, see, people drive the success of SIAM. So while we still, these days we're talking a lot about how AI is changing SIAM and how do we adopt all these new technology levers in SIAM, but at the end of the day, these changes are happening to people, right? So how do we ensure that they are on board, make sure that the right behaviors and the new ways of working that we define with SIAM are sort of embedded into the culture and the DNA of the organization? That's pretty important. And that drives the success of SIAM. So that's where I feel that OCM is sort of pretty important to ensure that, as you said, change does not happen to people, but it happens with them. So yeah, that was my key.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a key word that's coming out, and we'll see if Fabio uses it now. I'm putting him on the spot. But we've been talking about this all since we started to talk, and we've said success, success, success. And I think that's one of the key messages. Hopefully, when people read the compendium, they go, I have to do this. What about you, Fabio? What's the key messages from your position?
I think that I agree with you both. And while OCM before maybe was seen as an imposition of, imposing the change and bringing that, driving the company to that objective, now instead, through the eyes of SIAM, it seems more like engaging people, using words like inclusion, transparency, collaboration, to bring them on understanding why the change happen, how will happen, and also make them sure about the future, which drive engagement and collaboration and all the good things that make a company thrive.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. And if there's anything we would want people listening to this session to do in terms of a call to action, I think from my perspective is visit the Scopism website, and I know we will be putting up a link to that as well. And there you go. And join the community. Find out not only about the OCM Compendium, but all the other work that's been going on. And Scopism is a great hub of information in the SIAM space. So get on board. Would you have any call to action, Fabio?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a believer in collaboration, and I see the SIAM Scopism website to be the embedment of collaboration. And so, yeah, join the community, offer yourself, put yourself on the spot like I did, is an amazing experience.
And what about yourself, Deepti?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. If you are interested in SIAM, if this is a topic that interests you, this is the place to be. We have great experts from their respective fields that we can learn from, and yeah.
Excellent. I'd like to thank you both very much for joining me on this session and discussing the journey and the process and key messages. And I hope people take a look at the compendium and at the Scopism website as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.